move those emotions out onto paper. You know what, I'm going to ask, and we don't have to do it right now, but I would love before, so that we can share at the summit.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the parents of a baby just born being told that their newborn was very sick, and the doctor said their child's life was not worth saving? Can you imagine the ache that must have been within these parents' hearts? Can you imagine they instead chose to seek and trust God's voice? Can you imagine the prayers and faith that were brought before His throne? Can you imagine that this infant had the will to survive? Can you imagine the health challenges and uphill battles this little one would face? Can you imagine the parents being informed their child will not live beyond the age of 21? Can you imagine the determination his mother and father had? Can you imagine they never gave up looking for answers as they saw their child defying all the odds? Can you imagine the laughter that would not have run? Can you imagine the joy that would not have shined? Can you imagine the hugs that would not have embraced others? Can you imagine the photos that would not have been snapped? Can you imagine the art that would not have been created? Can you imagine the children that would not have been taught, snuggled, and loved? Can you imagine the songs not sung or the instrumental notes not played? Can you imagine the words that would have remained unwritten? Can you imagine the prayers and praises that would not have been offered unto God? Can you imagine this child, now grown up, just recently found out about their beginnings? Can you imagine how overwhelmed their heart was with humbled gratitude when this adult keenly realized the precious gift of life they had received from their parents? Can you imagine the Lord is already using their entire story as this once very shy one is sharing it with friends and strangers alike that He is bringing across their path? And they can see how God is touching the souls and lives of those who are struggling. Can you imagine that this story is true? Can you imagine they were my parents? Can you imagine the life doctors decided would have no value is mine? And this is in loving memory of my parents, Ruth and John.